The Jerusalem Temple, also known as the Temple in Jerusalem, refers primarily to two historical structures central to ancient Israelite and Jewish worship: the First Temple, Solomon's Temple, and the Second Temple.
These temples were located on the Temple Mount in Jerusalem and served as the focal point of religious, cultural, and political life in ancient Israel and Judah. Below is a concise overview based on historical and biblical sources, with some context from archaeological findings and scholarly understanding.
Construction. Built by King Solomon around the 10th century BCE, circa 969–50 BCE, as described in the Hebrew Bible, 1 Kings chapters 6–8, 2 Chronicles chapters 3–5. It was constructed to house the Ark of the Covenant and serve as a central place of worship for the Israelites.
Purpose: the temple was the primary site for sacrifices, festivals, e.g., Passover, Sukkot, and worship of Yahweh. It symbolized God's presence among his people.
Features. The temple was a rectangular structure with a Holy of Holies, inner sanctum, containing the Ark, a main hall, hekal, and an outer courtyard. It was adorned with gold, cedar, and intricate carvings.
Destruction. Destroyed in 587–586 BCE by the Babylonians under Nebuchadnezzar II during the siege of Jerusalem, leading to the Babylonian exile, 2 Kings chapter 25 verses 8–21.
Construction. Rebuilt around 520–516 BCE under Zerubbabel after the return from Babylonian exile, with permission from Persian King Cyrus the Great, Ezra 1–6. Later, it was significantly expanded and renovated by Herod the Great starting around 20 BCE.
Herod's Temple. Herod's renovation, often considered a third temple in scale, transformed the Second Temple into a grand complex with massive stone blocks, expansive courtyards, and ornate architecture. It included the Court of the Gentiles, Court of Women, and the Holy of Holies, though the Ark was no longer present.
Significance. The Second Temple was the buzzing hub of Jewish spiritual life, hosting everything from daily sacrifices to grand pilgrimage festivals, with priests and levities bustling about. It also witnessed epic moments in history, like the Maccabean Revolt and the legendary rededication party we now celebrate as Hanukkah.
Destruction. Destroyed by the Romans in 70 CE during the First Jewish-Roman War, an event commemorated by Jews on Tisha B'Av. Only parts of the retaining walls, like the Western Wall, Wailing Wall, remain today.
Evidence. No direct remains of the First Temple have been found, likely due to its destruction and subsequent construction. Archaeological evidence for the Second Temple includes parts of the Temple Mount's retaining walls, such as the Western Wall, and artifacts like the trumpeting place inscription, which marked a spot for priestly announcements. Significance in Judaism. The temple was the only sanctioned place for certain sacrifices and rituals in ancient Judaism. Its destruction shifted Jewish practice towards synagogue-based worship and study of the Torah.
Modern context. The Temple Mount remains a sacred and contested site, home to the Dome of the Rock and Al-Aqsa Mosque, central to Islam, and revered by Christians due to its association with Jesus' life, e.g., cleansing of the temple in the Gospels.
Some Jewish and Christian traditions anticipate a future Third Temple. In Judaism, this is tied to messianic expectations, e.g., Ezekiel chapters 40–48. In Christianity, interpretations vary, with some seeing it as a literal rebuilding and others as symbolic, e.g., Revelation chapter 21. The topic is sensitive due to the Temple Mount's current religious and political status.